Hello and welcome to the Litany of Catholic Martyrs for January 28th. Please remember to pray for all those who had loved ones who were martyred on Easter Sunday in Sri Lanka. As Catholics, we are assured of a constant thread of over 2,000 years of tradition and moral teaching. Within this thread are those who have sacrificed their lives through the shedding of their blood for the faith and Holy Mother Church. Today we remember these martyrs in whom, through their sacrifice, have aided in the growth and stability of the Holy Catholic Church. As our Catholic Catechism in paragraph 2473 states, martyrdom is the supreme witness given to the truth of the faith. It means bearing witness even unto death, our death. The martyr bears witness to Christ who died and rose, to whom he is united by charity. He bears witness to the truth of the faith and of Christian doctrine. He endures death through an act of fortitude, sheer will, and the grace of God. Let me become the fruit of the beast, through whom it will be given me to reach God. In union with this, I offer this story by the Venerable Bishop Fulton Sheen. The story begins that he explained that when the communists took over China, they imprisoned a priest in his own rectory near the church. And after being locked up in his own house, the priest looked out the window and was horrified to see the communists enter the church. Once inside, they went into the sanctuary, broke open the tabernacle, and in a hateful act of desecration, threw down the ciboria, scattering the host on the floor. The priest knew exactly how many hosts had been in the ciboria, 32. So when the communists left, they either didn't notice or didn't pay any attention to a small girl praying in the back of the church who witnessed everything. That night she returned, and slipping past the guard of the rectory, entered the church, where she made a holy hour for perhaps a reparation for the desecration she witnessed of the Blessed Sacrament. After her holy hour, she went into the sanctuary, and kneeling down, she bent over and received Jesus in the Holy Communion with her tongue, since it was not permissible at the time for laymen to touch the sacred host with their hands. Each night, the girl returned to the church to make her holy hour and receive Jesus in Holy Communion on her tongue, just as she had done the very first night. Now on the 32nd night, after having consumed the very last host, she accidentally made a noise that awoke the guard who was asleep at his post by the priest's residence. And from his bedroom window, the priest could only watch in horror as the heart-rending scene unfolded before his very eyes. You see, the girl tried to run away, but the guard caught up with her, and in doing so he beat her to death with the butt of his rifle. Today we offer this following list of those the Church asks us to remember who sacrificed their lives for Holy Mother Church. At Rome, the second feast of St. Agnes. In the same place, St. Flavian, martyr, who suffered under Diocletian, as many did. At Apollonia, the holy martyrs Thyrsus, Lucius, and Canonicus, who were made to undergo various torments in the time of Emperor Decius. Thyrsus and Canonicus consummated their martyrdom by being beheaded. Lucius, being called by a heavenly voice, yielded his soul to God. In Tabai, the holy martyrs Leonidas and his companions, who obtained the palm of martyrdom in the time of Diocletian. At Alexandria, the commemoration of many holy martyrs, who whilst they were at Mass in the church on this day, were put to death in various manners by the followers of Syrian, an Arian general. Also St. Cyril, bishop of the same city, a most celebrated defender of the Catholic faith, who rested in peace with a great reputation for learning and sanctity. At Saragossa, St. Valerius, bishop. At Cuenca in Spain, or Cuenca, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that, Cuenca in Spain, the birthday of St. Julian Bishop, who went to his God with a reputation of working miracles. After bestowing the goods of the church on the poor, and like the apostle, supporting himself by the work of his hands. In the monastery of Rheims, the demise of a holy priest named John, a man of God. In Palestine, St. James, a hermit, who hid himself for a very long time in a sepulchre to do penance for a fault he had committed, and being celebrated for many miracles, departed for heaven. These are the men, women, and children that we honor today. Let us ask for their prayers. And if we are presented a situation where we must defend the faith, we know that Jesus will be with us. And let us hope that we can act accordingly. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for listening.